Hello everyone, I'm Keely and this is Voice of a Creative, and this weekend is the sewing weekender, so I'm going to be doing sew with me video for my activities in the sewing weekender. Now it's slightly different this year, it's actually an online version, so there's lots of online content to watch from lots of different people, and there's also a virtual goodie bag with lots of discount codes, which is really exciting as well. And I'm really looking forward to watching all the video content and also having a look and seeing if there's any patterns or fabrics I want to buy with some of the discount codes. So I'm going to film little bits throughout the weekend, hopefully, kind of reporting my progress and then pop that all into a video. So the first thing I'm going to be working on is a cardigan. So I'm using this fabric from Lamazi Fabrics, and this is for a blog post. So they did gift me the fabric in exchange for the blog post. And it's this beautiful kind of bluey, I think it's almost got hints of purple in it, but beautiful rib knit. And it is really lightweight, and I'm going to make a summer cardigan from it. So I'm going to be making the Blackwood cardigan, but with a few adjustments. I'm going to do 3/4 length sleeves, but still have the cuffs, and then I'm going to remove the bottom band and actually put splits in instead, because I really like that idea. And it's going to be a longer cardigan, so it should be 3/4 length sleeves but longer, and it should be like really loose fitting and lovely, and it should come down to the bottom hem of my dresses, so I think it'll be really cute. And I think that this colour, there's loads of colours available, will go with quite a few of my outfits, and if it does go well, I might buy a few more of these so that I can make lots of cardigans to go with all of my outfits. So that's my first project, and what I'm going to do is try and cut it out and then sew it straight away, rather than cutting lots of things out and then sewing one by one, because what I'm trying to do is limit the amount of projects that I've got kind of on the go, and I've been working through that. I've managed to get through 4, finishing kind of off this week. So other projects I might work on, I'm going to use this Ponte that I got from Sew Me Sunshine, and I'm going to use this to make a pair of trousers for my sister. Now I traced a pair of trousers a little while ago and she wears them all the time, and the ones that I made the test version, and I'm going to use this to make her a second pair, and then we're going to buy some more Ponte and I'm going to make her a few more pairs as well. I'm hoping also that I'll get onto this fabric, so the plan is to make a molly top from this with grown on sleeves, so not to interrupt the pattern too much. And this was from Like So Amazing, it's an art gallery fabric. And then potentially I might get onto these two. So this one was going to be an Elliot tee, and this one like a kilo wrap dress or something like that. So I might not get onto these, but we will see how I go. Just wanted to show you this. I'm taking part in a Taskmaster thing as part of like an online thing, and we had to disguise our hand as something. So I made this cute little puppet. Well, hopefully it's cute. I find puppets quite creepy. So this is a catcorn fly. It's a cat, a unicorn and a butterfly at the same time. And that's because it's supposed to be disguising your arm as an unusual animal. But I'm quite pleased with it. I think it's quite cute. Might be my sewing room mascot now. I will check in with you again later. So I've done a little bit of sewing, and now I'm going to take a break so I can eat some lunch. So I managed to cut out my Blackwood cardigan in this beautiful fabric, and what I've done is stitched the shoulder seams together, and then I've added a piece of ribbon and zigzag stitched over it. You can't really see it on the other side, it's a good colour match. And I've made sure I've done that, and I wanted to do it in a kind of something that matched on the inside, so it made the inside just look nicer, because I only had black and white cotton tape and I didn't really want to do that. So I've done that, and I think that's especially important with a drapey fabric. This fabric has been beautiful to sew so far. I thought it was going to all stretch out and be all wobbly and wavy. None of that. It's amazing. So it was a little bit tricky to cut out because it is a little bit finer, but actually sewing wise it's been great so far. So I am going to take a break now. I'm going to go and get some lunch, and I will see you after. So it is Sunday, so I did a little bit more sewing yesterday, but I attended an art teacher conference on an online one. So I missed a couple of hours of the sewing weekender kind of time. So I am back to it today. I'm going to be spending the whole day sewing, which is really exciting, because actually I don't put whole days of sewing aside that often, at least not planned. So I've got my cardigan here, so I've gone for 3/4 length sleeves and then side slits as well. It looks really good. I'm so pleased with it. And this fabric was really easy to sew. It was a bit tricky to cut out, but actually really easy to sew, not wavy at all, which you'll find with a lot of fine rib knits that they get wavy, but this one hasn't at all. I'm really pleased with the quality of the outcome. So I've just got to top stitch the neckband down now, and then I'm ready to move on to another project. So the next project I'm going to move on to is actually a pattern test for Forget Me Not patterns. Now it's a t-shirt pattern, and I wasn't going to make this straight away, but I've seen some really lovely versions on the Pattern Tester Facebook group. So I'm going to go ahead and get that printed and get one made up today. So I won't be able to necessarily show you that, but I will check back in. And then I'm going to be getting on with some of my other projects as well, and hopefully I'll have time to do quite a few things. I will check in with you later. So I finished my cardigan now. I've just popped it on my mannequin. I really want to go out and take some pictures of it, but at the moment it's raining and cloudy and really horrible, so I don't know if I'm going to manage that today because the weather isn't really being very nice. It's not great photo weather. So I've just been finishing these, so just a pair of Hudson pants in this kind of army green sweatshirting, which I got from the nylon shop. Just another pair of basics. I love this pattern, the Hudson pants. It fits me really well, and I've been wearing these type of jogging trousers constantly, so glad to have another pair. I just need to press them. And the printer is currently printing my pattern test. I think I've messed up the printer, or the printer's broken because it's taking forever. I think it's been taking like half an hour to print a pattern, and it's only 23 pages, so I don't know, it's taking forever. So hopefully that will be printed and I will be able to put that together and I can get started on that. I need to think about what fabric to use for that. I might just go and quickly have a look and see. I'll have a look and see what fabric I want to use for that, and then I can get that cut out and sewn up. So we're about halfway through the day already, so I know that I can probably sew until about 6. So I've got about 6 more hours, so quite a long time, and I need to have some lunch in that time as well. So I could wait for my pattern to print and then go and have some lunch, and then come back to doing a bit more sewing this afternoon. And I want to get another maybe work in progress done. So my trousers were a work in progress, so I can cross these off the list now, and then I might get started on that after my t-shirt. So lovely to get lots of sewing done. And I will check in with you again later. So I'm just back from having lunch. It took a little bit longer. I ended up sitting on the sofa for a bit and then not being able to get back up again. So it took a little while to get motivated. So I've now printed out my pattern for my pattern test t-shirt, and then I'm going to cut out my fabric and make up a sample. I've decided to go for this fabric. So this is a cotton jersey from Mark Pickle's Sewing Studio, and it's just got a sketched stripe on it, which I thought would be quite cute. But it does mean I need to change the thread on my sewing machine and my overlocker before I get started. And then I'm going to make my pattern. And it's a really cute t-shirt, and it's got a really lovely sleeve detail. So I think that that's going to be really cute. I'm going to make up a test version, and then obviously I can make some other versions if I like the pattern, or see if I can make some alterations if I need to and things like that. So I will check back with you in a bit. So it's late Sunday afternoon now. I've done my pattern test for Forget Me Not patterns, which is here. I'm not showing you too much of it because the pattern isn't going to be out quite yet, but it's really cute. I'm really pleased with the finished t-shirt, and I am going to cut a few more out now, trying some of the different variations. So it comes with some short sleeve and some 3/4 sleeves, so I'm going to give those a try as well. I just went outside because it brightened up a bit to take some pictures of my cardigan for my Lamazi blog post. So that's all sorted now. I just need to write the blog post. And I think now I'm going to cut a few more of these t-shirts out because I feel really motivated to do that. So I'm going to cut a few more out and then maybe start to sew them up a little bit. I didn't move on to some of the other projects I had planned, but actually when you get into kind of the motivation to make a certain garment, you're better to get on with it. So I'm quite pleased because this weekend I finished 3 garments, and I'll get some more cut out for sewing during the week. So I think that's a really great achievement, but I will check in with you a little bit later. So I have finished my pattern test, and I then have cut out 3 more projects related to that t-shirt pattern because actually it fitted me really well and I really liked the details. So I've cut out this viscose jersey, which I got from Stoff and Steel. It's a beautiful teal green colour. And what I've done is used the long sleeve version of the t-shirt, and then I've cropped it at the waist and added my self-drafted skirt. So it's going to become part self-drafted dress and then the top on the top, and I think that'll look really cute. And I used to have a teal green dress that was just plain, and I loved wearing it all the time, and so hopefully that will kind of replace that. Then I just cut out a normal t-shirt version, so it actually comes with a normal sleeve t-shirt and then one with a pleated detailed sleeve. And this fabric is a cotton jersey, which I've had in my stash for a long time, well, nearly 2 years. I got this from Like So Amazing, and this is just a normal t-shirt version with normal sleeves. And then lastly, I've got this version, so out of this beautiful fabric that I got from Sherwood Fabrics, and it's a Lady McElroy print, which I absolutely love. I already have a dress and a top in this, but I thought I'd have another one, and I'm doing the long sleeved version, and it's a special pleated sleeve and out of that one. So 3 more garments. I realise I've just cut out 3 garments, and that obviously adds to on my to sew projects, but I'm actually really excited about sewing these. And sometimes I think if you've got unfinished projects in a box, you're not so excited about those sometimes. So with my unfinished projects, I have managed to fit them in this box now, so I actually have far fewer to work on, so that's really great. The box is kind of full, but actually, you know, I'm happy to carry on with these for now, and then I will revisit some of these. Some of them are partially finished and some of them are just cut out pieces. I haven't even started on them. So I am still intending to get this box cleared and then hopefully work on like 1 project at a time. So definitely next steps to work on these projects and then work through some of these projects. Well, this is fabric, but these are the next fabrics that I want to sew up. And I just think that I feel a lot more motivated after this weekend. I really took my time to carefully complete my cardigan and to carefully complete my pattern test. And I think sometimes you need to just stop and kind of take the time to make sure you've got the matching thread, make sure you're finishing things really neatly. And I think that's definitely something that I'm going to take forward. I have really enjoyed this weekend. I have focused a lot on sewing, which I haven't done for a while. I've been doing odd bits here and there. And I think sometimes to just have some time to say, no, I'm not doing anything else, I'm just doing sewing, is a real privilege, obviously, but also just really, really lovely. And I feel like I've made some nice things this weekend and used some fabrics from my stash, which is also really good, and that is what I'm trying to do a little bit more. I also really enjoyed all the video content for the sewing weekender. That was really lovely to see everybody's kind of input, and it was lovely to be part of that as well. And if you did watch my sewing weekender content, I was talking about plans for my dream wardrobe and some sewing patterns and inspiration images and fabric. And I will be making those up, but I will also be coming back to you with more plans related to inspiration images and fabrics as well. So that will be coming up fairly soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye.